All right, the topic of the day today is clearly going to be the travel ban. And continuing with the questions I'm getting, I got this question. If a U.S. citizen has a Venezuelan parent traveling to the U.S. on a B1, B2 visa after June 9th, can they come? And I want to clarify a couple things. The exceptions listed for immediate family members of U.S. citizens, immediate family members are minor children, parents and spouses of U.S. citizens, are for when they've been given the immediate relative visas. So they have an IR1 visa, IR2, IR5, or CR1, conditional resident. In other words, they have been petitioned for by the U.S. citizen and, have gone through that process to come here and live, right, as a permanent resident. Those are the exceptions listed. You can't just show up and be like, hey, I'm an immediate family member of a U.S. citizen, okay? Now, returning to the tourist visa question, this is a good question because the executive order contradicts itself. For Venezuela, it says entry to the United States is immediately suspended for visa categories, including the B visas, right? However, looking further in the executive order, it also says that this executive order or the suspensions apply to people who are currently outside of the United States on the effective date, so Monday, and who do not have a valid visa on the applicable effective date of this proclamation, which leads one to believe that if they already have a visa, a valid visa, it wouldn't apply to them regardless of whether they're outside of the United States or not. Moreover, on the fact sheet issued by the White House, it says the proclamation includes exemptions for permanent residents and existing visa holders. So again, that contradicts the immediate suspension of entry for visa holders, right? It seems like instead of being a travel ban or an entry ban, it's a visa issuance ban. Like they're not going to be issuing these visas moving forward to people from these countries. But again, the language contradicts itself. It is not clear, which considering who's writing this, I'm not surprised. We'll see what happens come Monday, how they interpret it, if there's some type of challenge to it, or if we get some type of clarification, reasoning for that contradiction issued, because right now it really is unclear. I would argue if you have a valid visa, you can come, regardless of if you're on one of those countries.